no drip this. Tell them run it off. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I tell them run it off. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip this, tell them run it off. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I tell them run it off. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip this, tell them run it off. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I tell them run it off. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself there getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip this, tell them run it off. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I tell them run it off. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip this, tell them run it off. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I tell them run it off. Plain on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not puzzle making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just where I live, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real.
Good morning all. Yes sir, hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good. Let's have a look here, all systems go. Yes sir, everything is working okay here. So Friday today, NFP has been cancelled due to government shutdown still. Let's see if we have any other news. Bit of CAD news, Euro news, a little bit of a trade balance here, nothing too crazy. Yeah, it looks pretty clean. A little bit of USD news at 7 p.m. But today was supposed to be NFP. First Friday of every single month we get NFP. Today was going to be NFP, but it's not. So we're not seeing an NFP happen today. Man, this is a long shutdown. It's a long shutdown. And if we don't get this information out, we won't be able to make future decisions. So that's the problem that it's going to cause here. So let's see what ends up happening when they start to get their act together. So plan for today, we're pushing up on this candle here already on gold, but let's have a look at what we did on daily. Previous daily closed doji bearish. This daily is trying to make its way to fill yesterday's daily candle. 4-hour time frame closed bearish as well, so technically a bearish session today. We do have a 4-hour resistance right here. This was our previous 4-hour resistance. Then we can clone that. And we can bring this up here like this. So this candle could end up failing here. We could see it reject one of these zones up here and then make its way down towards the downside here. This 15 was from yesterday, no longer relevant. So if I can see something closing, it's mixed on Owanda though. We should see how it is on broker. That would be more important here. Let's see if we can get it on broker. If it loads. Hellos. Thank you very much. Let's see if we can get it on broker. Damn, that was loud. I need to see what was that. Let's put this here. There we go. Actually, we need another tab. So let's duplicate this. There we go. So we are on gold. 4-hour closed bearish, daily closed bearish. So on broker, I'm also bearish bias here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the bearish bias stance today because of seeing that. So yeah, this could definitely be a fake out. We could see price close below 405 and continue to the way down. Navin donated here. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much. 20 bucks in profit. Actually, we are not 20 bucks in profit. We are 20 rupees in profit. I think 20 rupees in dollars is about... How much is 20 rupees in dollars? $0.1? Something like that. You know, something like that. 20 cents? Exactly. But the money doesn't matter. I always say no need to donate to me. No need to donate to me on... but I do appreciate it, you know. It's the thought that counts. Exactly, yeah. For coffee, unfortunately, in this modern day and age, 0.2 cannot buy coffee. 0.2, I don't think, can even buy chai karak. One gummy bear, possibly. So, yeah. At Tradesharpe, always nice to see MT4, MT5. Yeah, we've had it for a while. Gold did this type of breakout yesterday. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. But we're gonna see if this is gonna fake out. This can close back in the range here, right? So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Is it considered mixed because it's doji on daily? It's not full doji. We can consider it mixed. Yes, we can. There's a possibility, but at the same time, I don't want to be buying straight into highs here. You know, super fast. I don't want to be the guy just, okay, let me just buy right now at the high. I want to buy on some sort of confirmation, something nicer, you know. I rather have bought here from the 4 hour to get to here and see what happens. So that's how it is. You know, we can see how structure forms, because I want to see how structure forms. Looking at DAX here on the other hand, daily time frame on DAX reached this target at the bottom of the range. So this is like that daily support we've kept on wicking out. Yesterday I had a heavy downside move. I was expecting this type of move, but it came during NY. So yesterday I took sells during London. I actually had to re-enter because we pulled back. So I entered one option, didn't work out. Then I entered again, and that one did work out. But this is the day I was expecting. And if you remember, guys, on Zoom yesterday, I was drawing this scenario, right? We've seen it happen multiple times now. And that's what I was expecting. Now, I wish we got it in London because it would be really nice big move there. But it actually came during NY, right? So I told you that's why I wanted to go aggressive that day, because it's a very simple move when that happens. And actually it happened at NYSE. We got this candle closing below here. This is the NYSE candle. And then boom, we broke out towards the downside. And then that was your heavy move. And London ended up being just this here. So I guess London gave very early options, but NY gave the clear close below straight push. So the breakout option, right? Now looking at where we are at price with daily closing bearish, 4 hour time frame closing bullish, we do have a mixed bias here. If we do want to bounce from this zone, we can find our way towards the upside. Problem is we are stuck at this resistance zone, no structure. So honestly, I know it sounds a bit crazy, but maybe a retest back down here and I can sell that. I could probably sell that. Let's see. What hour is there as well? 30 minutes is there as well. Let's put that there. So potentially change of structure for sells on DAX here. If not, then maybe some sort of breakout buys. Or pullbacks, respect this zone here, which is our previous range. Previous range low is there, so we might come here, respect, and then we take it back up. So let's see how it forms here. I want to just see what GJ is doing. I'm interested in general. See what she's doing here. Daily time frame is almost breaking the high here. We're in like this consolidation that we're trying to break out right now. Same type of action that we kind of have on DAX, right? Straight candle pushes to the top of the range. So we need structure on GJ for it to make sense. What I don't get at the moment is that currencies UJ and cable are inverted to gold. Yeah, because of inverted to gold, you mean because of the dollar, right? So like we're seeing now gold push up, but we're seeing cable push down, for example. That's what you're trying to say, right? Because we're seeing what? This inversion here of this, right? This is getting stronger, but then we're seeing it go down, right? Just must mean that we must have a strength in the pound here comparatively. That's why we're seeing GJ push up. So it's enough to counteract that. Now for gold has been moving a little bit solo. So that's self-explanatory for itself. But yeah, it's not often we always see that, but sometimes it does, right? Very aggressive US 30 trade yesterday. Wasn't very aggressive. It was more aggressive than usual because any trade on a 1 minute, but it was the only way to get in. I saw that allowed me to use my 1 minute strat. In New York, it's something I use. But yeah, it's an aggressive entry. It is an aggressive entry. It's not something that's just very relaxed. What does it tell us for NFP? Well, we don't have NFP. That's the problem. NFP is cancelled because of government shutdowns. So that is the problem, is that NFP is cancelled. So yeah, that's the analysis for today. Let's see what happens here. We've opened up, closed above this range here. 5-minute time frame trying to break the high. We have no bottom wick on broker. We do have a bottom wick though. So stop loss placement would have to go like somewhere down here, if anything, to try reach back up towards these range highs. I don't want to be a straight breakout trader just yet. Not on this candle. This is the third candle. We've had 3 strong candles. I don't want to be buying the 3rd strong candle. It's kind of a rule. You don't want to be a buyer on this candle because this can work out here, but if it's only relying on volume, and I don't know yet if we're going to get it. So if I could see some sort of pullback, maybe retest to 405 and then buy back up. Would be better. Would be way better. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the analysis, be sure to leave a like. Appreciate everyone showing up to stream as always. Let's get it. If this candle closes bearish, I'm tempted to sell. Only thing is, we're not retesting anything. You know, we're not retesting anything. Maybe this 5, but is this 5 enough to cause a catastrophic dump right now? No. You ignored my comment just like my ex did. Yep, you know, you should. Shit, man, but what to do, man? You have to not take it to heart, right? Now, if I don't see it, just repost it. That might mean a shift in investments, so for now I'm adapting to this and I will trade UJ and cable levels for a gold direction in inverts. You could try that, you could try that. Did Lorenzo meet you yesterday? He's in Dubai. He says he'll try to meet you. Did he say that in, when did he say that? In stream? Do you have any videos on how to decide daily bias? Yeah, of course I do. It's called, daily bias video is called, check out the indicator. This one is a daily bias video. The only one indicator I use. So that one will be the one. Yes, he did. Yeah, he messaged me. We will meet up. We will meet up. Yesterday, he just landed yesterday. Today, he has some plans. And then after he's finished his plans, we're gonna link up. Won't 1 hour closing above structure and closing strong bullish put you off for sells for gold now? Yeah, it does, of course. I just don't like that we didn't test anything to upside for sells just yet. I got this move from 1 minute first trade of the day. Got 160, went small lot size because I was too slow marking the chart. Let's have a look. What you tried to. You took it impulsively breaking. So you had this 5 minute closes. Then you waited for a clear break of the wick high after you had the 5 minute close above. This is your 1 minute consolidation. Yeah, it's an interesting approach here. I prefer, let's see, this was down here at these type of zones here. Then you went break of this. Yeah, it's not, I see the idea, man. I see the idea. I think what would have been the best would have been if we had the 15 closing above here. Would have made things a lot easier. Super high probability then. Small pullback would be nice. 408 is a 4 hour level. I don't have that level, man. Where are you getting that level from? Maybe on broker? No, my level is 4. If we were to retest a 4 hour, it has to come to, yeah, like 412. 412 is where I think price can reach, you know, potentially up here. Your plans? Okay, so remember what I told you last time? What is different in your plans than my plans? That is my question. What is different in your plans than my plans? But I never see your indicator on your chart, Harry. Yes, because guess what? I made it. So I don't need to put the indicator on my chart if I know exactly, right? If I know exactly, you know, how it works. You only have a buy on DAX, a different buy plan on DAX. Let's have a look at your DAX plan. To buy above here. Market comes here, set up 5 buys back up. Okay, yeah, it's not crazy. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Set up 5 buy as well. Yeah. I'm okay with that. What do you think about buying stocks with some leverage swing position? Problem is the downside exposure duplicates a lot, right? So it's the same. You're basically now taking a trade. You know, it's a swing trade. It doesn't become like a... It's just a swing trade on a stock, right? That's what it becomes. So you still have to calculate... you have to calculate risk. You have to calculate everything. Nothing changes on that side if you're going to treat it like that. So gold is struggling. We can see gold struggling to continue up, which is not out of the ordinary after a push like this. I like this pause candle on gold. Hope it closed bearish. Yeah, but this wouldn't be valid S3. Why? Yesterday we had volume breaking out, right? We just had a full straight push yesterday. So there might be a chance to get to the 4 hour, right? We have this nice little 1 minute consolidation here. There could be an impulsive chance we could try. How long till this 5 minute candle closes? 42 seconds. Maybe above the high here, going with an aggressive stop loss, right? Just to be a breakout trader here. 4 hour max target. 15 minute candle here closes in 5 minutes as well. Let's wait what Frankfurt on a Friday wants to do to our precious metal. Yeah, now we have this 1 hour Frankfurt close. This is Frankfurt now. We'll have a 1 minute breakout now, probably. Let's see if next candle makes bottom wick. We could try a little bit of a aggressive entry breaking the high and manage it quick. You know, stop below here for like 26 pips. We're at 5 minute resistance. Yeah, we're at this previous one here, but it could break through. Right? Because we would take it breaking it through that, and then we would watch this as a watch. Because we're already testing it. So why does it have to break above if it wants to continue? You know? Because we saw this yesterday. Yesterday was just straight continuation. That's the problem with yesterday, is I saw the same pattern. We have the same pattern here, right? Check this: consolidation break, consolidation break. So if we keep getting these breaks, you know, Close at 5-minute resistance on broker. Yeah, but here close at a 4-hour. It's still broke, right? So maybe we could just get a quick push. And then if not here, I'll only lose like, what's that? 3 pips, 4 pips maybe? Because once it breaks, look what happened here. It broke, it respected, then flew. You expect the same thing. We expect a break, respect of this level, and then to fly. If not, then I'm just going to risk 3 pips here. Obviously, I'll have a stop loss to be safe in case price wants to completely reverse, right? Or if it does this, it already solves it for us, right? We don't need to worry, right? No breakout for you? Yeah, it makes sense, man. Until we break those highs, it's not going up. It's not going up until we break this high. There's no chance. It will probably maybe reject from here. We don't know yet. But I can tell you one thing. Until we break this high, it's not going up. So that's why I didn't want to be part of it until we break the high. And I'm still in my mind, low-key, I have this feeling for the sells, man. I don't know why, but we just didn't retest anything. Now we'll have potentially a setup 5. So it breaks my rules for those type of things. It's the second 50-minute candle to decide for me on gold. I'm waiting for a CCI flip. What's a CCI flip? I'm short on gold, looking for 4,000. I'd say 402 would be my first target here, 402. See, every time we go down, we bounce again, you know. 15-minute candle here will close in what, 1 minute? Might push before the close, but what can I do about that? A thunderstorm would be sick here. Super easy to manage. Get in, if it rejects, get out. Super easy trade. I have to wait 1 minute. It's too close to the open. Looks like it's breaking through already. But you have to be careful because the next 50-minute can come here, sweep a deep wick, right? I'm in and I'm out. Well, you gave it an impulsive shot and you managed impulsively, which I tend to agree with if you're gonna do that, right? Otherwise, now you're just with hope. So a lot of people take that, they get confident because they saw green and now they're in red and now they're begging for it to go up. It's a commodity channel index like an RSI, just another indicator. I'm on it for 18 years. Wow. That's insane. See, I want to see what DAX is doing here. DAX has a 5-minute, slightly closing above. Can we push it to the highs? No, we can't. We have a 15 sitting right here. I wanted to see if we could push it to the highs here, but we have a 15 sitting right there. What about on GJ creating structure here? So GJ is pulling back nicely. Hopefully, you know, it can continue the pullback. Let's see what gold is now at 7s. but it's just not wanting to go down. Huh? It looks no volume, but it's slowly progressing towards the upside, but with no volume. So it doesn't give me confidence in straight breakouts, right? Yeah, close to our key level as well. But this key level is not too important. We have not seen many reaction at that key level, actually. Not seen too much headache at the 10. A little bit all here, but not like major reversal points. It eventually pushes through. So maybe the 10 acts as like a pullback. Do you trade any other pair privately? You mean, do I have a separate private relationship? Well, I believe relationships should all be private, but I guess I've been pretty public about my relationships. So to answer your question, no. I do not trade any random pairs privately. There is no need, right? Wonder if this 5-minute close can give us a little bit of an impulsive move here. Bring us the volume. If we can close above the 5 res, would be good. Let's mark it on our broker. Yeah, that's exactly what we just tapped basically right now. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. So above here, we could get an impulsive move to 10, break even at 10, and then see what happens. We could manage very quickly. Took any gold shorts yesterday? No, instead I took US 30 shorts, but I did. There was some nice gold shorts that came through yesterday eventually. There's a nice one here. Once we left this range, it was great here, but you'd have to get in from here. Some of the guys got in from up here in the group. They took shorts from here down. They didn't hold runners, not all of them. Maybe someone did. We'll have to see, but that's how it is. So that was nice, man. If they held, they would be paid heavily yesterday. So yeah, the way that they got in yesterday from here is probably the best way. I don't really see a very simple way to get in after that. They should see a 40-15 with a little bonus to 20 maybe on upside. Downside would be 405 broken down to 990, but I don't have to tell you any of that. Yeah, 405, you're right, man. I have the same level marked here. Get back to 402 and then your 90 target. Where's your 90 target? That's a deep target, your 90, but yes, that would be max target, bottom of the range. If it wants to reverse. Flip the 4 hour. I would like a close below 405. I would like that, man. Should I buy now? Up to you if you want to buy now. No bottom wick on this candle, straight push. Can't really do much myself here with this candle right now. Unless broker looks different. Tiny bottom wick. We have a nipple wick here. Cold nipple. So the only way I could get in right now, which is super close to the 10 level, is going to be a 1-minute candle here. If I push this 1-minute candle closing above here in 18 seconds, could be a breakout day. But that 10 level is super close. 13 pip stops. Looks like we're closing below. Yeah, we closed below. So nothing yet. Because I've noticed these little 1 minute breaks have been working pretty well in London. You know, if you get the right setup. Like yesterday, it was banger. So I'm just trying to repeat that if it wants to happen. But luckily, price action is keeping me safe, which I'm very thankful for at the moment. So it's not... The worst thing is when it will like close above there and then the next candle just dumps. How long you been trading? A little bit more than 5 years. It looks like it just wants to pop. It does look like it wants to pop, but I feel our best chance to get that pop is if we get this candle closing above here on a 1 minute and then we give it an impulsive chance, meaning we just take it breaking the high after it closes above. Stop will only be like 15 pips. So even if we get a small pop, we're still going to be paid. And if it fails, then we just get out really quick. You know, you just get out really quick. You know, you can even like what I like to do about that is like maybe risk half. So yeah, you need like a bigger push, like you know, 20 pip push to be paid. But then if it just does some random 1 minute candle, you've barely lost anything. And if you manage early, you lose even less. And if it keeps respecting our level, then we can just relax, right? And if it pulls back, finally, I'm happy. That's what I wanted. I don't really want to be buying at the highs like this, but we have to trade what we see sometimes. We have a S3 on GJ. We do. I prefer a 50-minute candle close in 7 minutes, to be honest, with GJ. A bit of a longer top wick. You know, GJ, this would be the second push of the day here. So last time the second push failed, right? I wonder if I can rely on a second push today. This is a big move we've had pre-session. I'm short. I don't want to pop. Yeah, I'm going to be short pretty soon from these levels here. If we can see this close here in about... I wonder if I can just go on the 5 minute here. Or I have to wait the full 6 minutes. Yeah, I think full 6 minutes would be the smarter idea here. Because of the way we've dumped on this 5. Depends. If the 5 closes below here, it's a different story. Let's just see. I think... You didn't stream yesterday London session? No, I didn't. Where did you stream yesterday's London? I streamed it in the private group. It was interesting. We were looking for DAX sells. This is what happened to me on Honestly. So I was looking for these sells, and here I hesitated on one 5 minute entry. Let me see if I can find that one. I think this was the one. No, it wasn't this one. No, it was higher up. I hesitated on this 5 minute entry here because of this previous resistance. And then it ended up giving a 1-to-1, but then would have come back. And then I ended up taking the next 5 minute entry down here. And then this one tagged me out. And then I re-entered again with a smaller stop loss on this thunderstorm. So then I re-entered again here like this. And then that one gave a 1-to-1. So was able to make it back. And then New York gave the real push I was looking for. New York has been a lot better with continuation than something like London. Think I entered early, but it smashed TP. Let's see what you've entered here. When was this? Yeah, I think you need to... Oh, you took it on that candle. Okay, yeah, that makes... Yeah, with that stop loss, cool, man. Yeah, that's actually okay. That's not a bad idea. Because you took it on this breakout candle. You had stops below the whole range here because it's an early trade before session. What is that, 8 AM? Yeah, it's not bad with that stop loss. Any tighter stop loss is hard. But you're playing a bigger picture idea, which I don't mind. The only thing I don't like is like bias was not too clear. If you had a clear bias like this, it would have been a lot better. But I like your idea. you know, to try get in earlier, but the bias sometimes can be a little bit tricky, you know. It's gonna be a 30-minute candle closing bearish here as well. Hopefully it doesn't close too deep here. We had the 5-minute not close below, but it looks like it is gonna close deep here. I really wanted my sells below 5 here. So I need to study and see if I can enter these trades impulsively. Like maybe just breaking this previous candle low. Because I've seen this happen a lot. It's like a counter setup 1, right? Where you believe setup 1 will fail, right? When you have enough confirmation, setup 1 will fail. So I want to see if I can start entering it impulsively without the close. Rebreak of low would be ideal, but the problem was this support back here. If we didn't have that support, if the low was here, would be better. Was waiting 1 hour setup on UJ, it closed deep. Yeah, a bit deep, would have been fine. GJ still consolidating at highs, and DAX, what are we doing on DAX? Oh, we tried to push up here. And then just reject it. Look for setup 6. We could probably get a wick fill here potentially, right? Check where this 1 minute has tapped right now. Yeah, there's a possible wick fill. If not, it's not even going to close below our zone. Huh? That's one of the advantage of waiting for close. So let's see. There's a lot of information is going to be told in 1 minute 35 seconds. If it doesn't close below here, that's interesting. If it does, we can maybe look at a wick fill here. So I need to see here 1 minute 20 seconds. I took the short on gold. I set wrong limit order. It closed me out with small profit. At least not loss, right? It would be worse if it closed you out with small loss and then went in your direction. I think that would be worse. I would find that worse. Only way we can get in now is if we get a deep top wick. We can use that as stop loss and then impulsively enter break of low to get back to this 0.2 area here. If no deep top wick, gonna be hard because it's not gonna be worth it to run the stop above here. It's like 60 pip stop. So I want to see a nice top wick here, bring me some liquidity, and then we can get the continuation. That's not bad top wick we're making so far. Yeah, I quite like this top wick, man. I'm gonna give this a shot. This is what I wanted to see. My stop loss will go wherever this wick ends. And we'll see if we can get this reversal here. If not, it's gonna create a higher low and continue up, but we're gonna be safe from that, right? So if it creates a higher low to continue up, we're gonna be safe from that. Gonna put my stop loss above the 1 minute high. Yeah, I think it's worth it for a couple of pips. And then I need to watch these previous zones here. That would be like my possibly break even here. I want to see what happens at this 5-minute zone. I've seen this with these type of trades I've taken. It comes to this 5-minute zone and you get a massive reaction up. So if I see it tap the zone and a very strong 1-minute candle close from that, I'm probably gonna not want to be involved in that anymore. Right? Probably not gonna be wanting to be involved in that anymore. Stop is not that big, but I'm just putting it for now. .07 would be best entry level. You know, I was thinking about entering on the actual top wick here. The only thing I fear is if we create support now, we have a high chance that this could just continue the uptrend for the day. Because yeah, we do have a small break of structure. We do have a 30-minute candle closing bearish. We do have, you know, 1 hour showing us signs of rejection. But what we don't have is we don't have a change of structure on 15. We don't have a clear downside trend. This could just retest down here, which luckily I'll be in profit by then. And if it's really bullish, it will only retest where my box is and start continuing back up again for the day. You know, so there is two sides to the story here, and I want to be careful about that. Ain't this almost counter trend? It's counter trend, but not counter bias. So I am going against what the trend has been. But this move is fishy, right? Because we've been pushing up all session here. I know it seems counterintuitive to sell right now, but this is something we commonly see in London. We get very strong candles here, limited continuation followed by heavy pullbacks. So if I can be part of that pullback would be better. If not, and this continues up, then I can be reinterested at buy somewhere up here, or maybe even a setup to buy can work here if the 15-minute close is bullish. There's options, but we're gonna see. Thunderstorm could come as well if we get the 5-minute closing weak. Would this be a quick BE trade? Depends on how we react on this little box here. So that would be the only dip because it's our previous range. So if we do react pretty strong on that previous range, then I have a problem. So I'll probably then do that. Uptrend, what are you doing? Relax. I'm not triggered in anything yet. If my plan is going to play out, then this is how it's going to work. 5-minute close back in previous range, yeah, but if it continues up, it's going to respect this area. So we could wait for another 5-minute candle to close below, but we have here, you know, 30 could come all the way up here and retest this first, then flip. You know, like I said, the buys is not out the question here, but I'm looking for something a bit different until I take the buys. The buys are maybe take after 9 minutes here, you know. After 9 minutes, I can maybe look at buys. Do we have NFP today? We don't have NFP today. Alexi is trying the 5-minute S2. Good luck, good luck. I don't really like 5-minute S2s, otherwise I would have taken the same. I haven't seen good accuracy in them. But this one could work. Hopefully it does for you. Now, once the candle is closed, it becomes structure. So if we rely on the wick of the candle, if we rely on the wick before the candle closed, then we are relying on 1-minute structure because it's structure after it closes. What? I don't understand your question, man. How far you go back to mark zones? Just previous zones. So whatever's the closest. I don't go behind that. I just take the nearest. If I have to go back like 6 months to find a zone, I don't mind. I'll go back 6 months, but I just take whatever's the nearest. Anyways, let's see what ends up happening. Leave a like on the stream, guys. You know the drill. Appreciate it. Appreciate you all showing up as always. Pip Labs giveaway we have at 200 likes. So if you want to win Pip Labs backtesting software, be part of that. Learn, practice passing prop firm challenges. It's gonna be the place to do it, right? There's one of the videos on WAP explain thunderstorms. I haven't came across it yet. Yeah, it should do. I'm gonna check what it is for you. He explains on the refresher webinar. Okay, cool. Can you link him to that? I'd appreciate that. These are all the videos we have in here. Due to ASV shutdown, do you think that we can expect more downside in stocks? Yeah, but it doesn't affect all type of stocks, right? It's going to affect specific stocks. So you have to be more specific. And also, since they're already shut down, we would see, right? We will see the impacts already be done, right? That's how the market normally reacts. We don't see a market reaction where it slowly keeps bleeding. Whenever we have news like this, it's normally instant, right? All right, so now that we have 2 5-minute candles closing bullish here, I want to delete my sell stop and I want to wait for one bearish, because it's kind of like when we have 2 candles closing back to back, that is not, you know, something you want to always be involved in. So if I can get 1 5-minute bearish, will give me more confidence here. We'll also have that with the 15 close. So I need the 15 to close like a setup 3, right? 15 close setup 3, good. DAX here trying to break out, but our 5-minute breakout level is not until up here. Hey Harry, is there a difference between S3 and thunderstorm? Is the same thing? Exactly, it's mostly the same thing, but the difference is that a thunderstorm is on a 5-minute and we need a 15-minute close with the thunderstorm, meaning we need to have a 15-minute close and then you have a 5-minute setup 3. Bro, how can I get access to the content? The content is pretty much like a course and you get it for free being part of the exclusive group. So all of the stuff you get, like daily live streams, of course, you get NY plans, NY feedback, you get all what I'm doing during NY session, like yesterday's trades. It's all on the website. Just visit the website and you can see that. So that's it. Monthly fee, so you don't have to pay separately for the course, and then you get that involved. And then like in NY session here, look, I send all of my ideas and stuff like that. So if you just want to be part of a community, be part of a team, you know, look to improve your trading, hopefully I can see you write up something like this about passing your challenge or getting your payout. That's what works for well for me, is to see that type of stuff. So always happy to see that when people are posting their payout and stuff like that. It's just a community of people who are focused, man. We work together. So we can see price moving up here on DAX. See what 1 hour is saying. 30-minute no pullbacks. 15-minute we have at least something here. 2 minutes for this 15 to close here. But honestly, breakout's not been my best friend on DAX, to be honest. DAX has not been my best friend. Do you get that type of content, if you know what I mean? If I charge you maybe 600 bucks a month, then you can get a pick of my shoes. That's about it. Cool, bro. I'll join the group. Sweet, man. Look forward to seeing you in there if you do join, and anyone else who wants to join and actually make a change in their trading. I mean, the group is more than that, man. I always talk about it on stream, but really there's so much value in there. Past trading, you know, it's like the stuff you're gonna get in there is yeah, I put a lot of work for that, man. That's why I always do that type of 10 spots close, 10 spots close, 10 spots close, is so that I just take care of the people who are in there. So 1 minute for this gold candle to close. We're trying to get a 5-minute resistance. Would I be mad to sell the 5-minute resistance here? Like try to preempt the flip here. Depending on how this closes, I might try that. I know it's a bit crazy. So maybe I go half risk on that one and then I add the rest. I'll try add the rest later. I just really want to try this. I don't think it's too crazy. Yeah, the only thing I don't like is it's respecting 1 minute structure very nicely. Higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. So I would need it to break that. See? We need something to break this. Anyways, it doesn't look like it's closing below our zone here. It looks like it's trying to close above, so it's not ready yet. This is a ride or die for me. Your stop loss is at 0.8 and you're trying to ride the shorts down. I don't disagree with your shorts, but the problem is gold is just struggling around this 5 level here. So I'm trying to get in when we get below 5. I know you trade a little bit more aggressive, which makes sense if that's your plan. And I do, like, if it starts to get below 5, I will be involved with you, you know. I do see the idea. I don't think it's absolutely crazy. I'm just looking for that extra confirmation just so we don't get something that looks like this and price ends up continuing up as well. Because it can happen, you know, it can happen where price wants to continue up. I do see that as well, especially with this 15-minute close. It's not the worst 15-minute close now, back above the level here. Honestly, it's a setup too, right? Trendline trader. Honestly, it's a setup too. Like, if you look at it, it's almost like a thunderstorm setup too towards the upside. So I could technically be long here. The only issue with being long here is I have to worry about this, which is how far. But if I take the wick fill, it's not bad. But I'm still kind of short biased, man. What a decision. 3 minutes for this Friday fun day. Yeah, it's like I have this idea which I've seen like London do, right? It's actually something that I'm really investigating here. But now that we have a strong 15-minute candle, it kind of throws me off a little bit here. A simple close below will solve everything. Yeah, but it's gold. Do you think we're gonna get it simply? So maybe we get the 5 close below instead. Honestly, we can just base it off 30 here. Ignore the mess on lower time frame. Have like a sell stop here. And ignore the mess. SL above this 15 high. We could actually get away with this SL right here. 25 pips. Really should not break that if it wants to go. $29, I would say. 29 would be a bit safer. Yeah, I'll try that. This is something a little bit newer, so please understand that, guys, who is watching. So if you're not sure about something, do not tag along. All right, triggered on broker there. Stop was above this 5 structure. Don't know why I drew it there. Same as the one we discussed. 5 minute did close below here. So this could just be a top wick, right? Make a top wick and then we flip. We'll just see what happens. Price didn't trigger you, then you can go rebreak of low. Not sure on this trade. I'm not taking it. Valid. It is something I'm trying new to play out this idea. I worry my stop loss might be too tight with this pullback here. That's my only concern. But we have broken this low here. I just worry I might be a bit too tight on SL. It's okay to retest this 5 level here, 405, but we just don't want this candle flipping really. It's liquidity grab, the lows now. We did close below here, right? I wonder what we retested right here. What was this level? 0.3. I wonder what the 0.3 level was. Was it this previous 1 minute structure? Maybe. But did we tap it? No. Just before it. We front run it. Can we survive here? Last pip. Please survive. Give it to me. Be nice. Be nice. Reject now. Right now. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Now go down. You're done retesting. That is it. Now you go and dump. We need to bring out lobsters to help us. We need to bring out lobsters to help us. Pull price down. Pull price down. I will say this is a really bad 5 minute candle close. It's closing above my level here. So this is not the best thing now. I really want stop above this high in case it retested one more time. But I can't change my risk here. Let's see what 1 minute is saying. I really feel like it's going to stop me out and dump. But I can't change my risk. I have to continue. Alright, stopped out there. Unlucky with this idea. So I'm going to review it and see what I could have done better here. That's the best thing I can do, is to review it and see what could I have done better here. What was wrong with my plan today and what could I have done better? So in order to do that, I need to have a look at where did the idea start from. 1 hour rejections. Right, started from 1 hour rejections, which we got. Do we have a 5 minute setup 5? Yes, we do. We broke structure again. So I do have that. I do have that. Now I need to check, how does the 15 minute look? 15 minute, I think, was a threat here. I do think 15 minute was a threat. Why do I think 15 was a threat? Because we were closing back above that 5 level. So I do believe I was wrong in that. That is something that was an issue 100% there. 100% I had an issue there. 30 minute looked fine. Nothing was wrong with 30 minute. But it looks like gold today just liquidity grabbed the lows here and is trying that uptrend here. So maybe if I rejected something, like I said, I'm getting used to these type of entries. I've seen them work a lot, but I need to define today what exactly to make these entries a little bit better. Only issue is if 30-minute close above, I'm a little bit tempted to buy. I know it sounds a little bit crazy, but you know, it's just kind of how things work. So it's actually a 30-minute entry, this. Isn't that entry just a 5-minute close below? Essentially, yeah, it ended up being like that. It ended up being like that. Yeah, it was a 5-minute close below, but I did say I did want to try this entry here. So I know I was kind of expecting it to possibly have some issues here. Where's the link? So 30, we might get the close above here. Damn. Let's see how this closes. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm tempted for a long. I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy, chat. I know it sounds crazy, but this could make sense here. Liquidity grab to the lows here. Only thing I don't like is 1 hour closing doji, but now we have more confirmations. Again, forgetting to add previous losses. I just added it, bro. What happened? Revenge, I love it. It's not revenge. It's because I'm actually looking at this logically. If it was revenge, I would have jumped in already. But I feel like as long as we don't tap this, I have room. I have room. 7 pips is my, like, buffer. I want to see what DAX does for the open here, because this is nice structure here. If we can close above here on DAX, I like this as well. But again, the open is coming. I have to see what the open does. Let's have a look at GJ here. GJ is well trying to close above here. GJ looks even better, man. GJ looks the best, actually. We might get a setup one on that. October 28 loss not added. Okay, we'll definitely add that one. We'll add a space to make sure to add that one. Can we move these down? Like this. We say goodbye to this and then we move them down. That will make sure that I add it. I just need to go double check what it is. GJ, what are you doing, GJ? Do you want to continue today? 5-minute looks great structure here. 15-minute needs to close above here. 7 seconds. Can we break out today on GJ? Oh, no. Last second we close below here. Last second we close below. 30 minutes still has a setup 1 here, but I don't know if I trust that fully, guys. Maybe a 5 close above would be the way I get in. Let's see how DAX open. Oh no, DAX just eating up our range, man. That's a shame. So we wanted to trade this range here, but we just did that. Gold as well eat up my range here. Wow, look at the dump. I really need to make a full analysis. If gold now like dumps all the way down here, it's gonna be very interesting to see how strong this 9 level has been for the session. If we break above here and continue up and there was no option to get in, then okay, so be it. But this is good, huh? This rejection here on DAX, we could get a wick fill. This is nice, actually. We're lucky. What happened to GJ? Yeah, that's why I want that 5 close above, right? No close above the level on GJ. Very typical. But I am interested in DAX here, actually, potentially. Let's see how we close candles here. Now my buy idea on gold played out, but I had to stop the out, so I kind of feel good about it. Yeah, that happens sometimes, man. It's a very unfortunate thing when it does happen like that. And the thing is, really, you couldn't have done anything different in terms of stop loss placement. Not that I see. It's just a silly little liquidity grab. And I've definitely lost trades like that. I actually thinking about selling on DAX. There is a possibility to sell, but that means that we will not get above this zone. We should start to reject, and then we can start looking for those potential sells. The only reason I'm more looking at buys from this zone is this has been such a big bounce zone. A lot of our bounces have come from this zone here. I like the idea of 5-minute above on GJ. Yeah, we need that. Let's set an alert, or you can remind me in chat if you have it open. Could you explain, please? It's not a very good candle close you have on 30-minute, you know? It's a very weak candle here, look. Very weak candle. This is a second push. It's not a fresh push. You need max confirmation here, right? You need max confirmation. If it was like a fresh push, yeah, it makes sense. 26 seconds for this candle to close here. We could get a wick fill here. Let's see if it opens a bottom wick here. Let's see if we open a bottom wick here first. Bottom wick and then break of high. Not break of high, but break of own high. No bottom wick I have yet, man. Damn, that sucks, man. No. That was gonna be juicy. I knew we have a bottom wick now, but it's already pushed up first. How can I enter this now with this type of bottom wick? What is this level here? Can we create a resistance at this level here? Will the 1 minute reject? Yeah, it's so hard to enter like this now. We really wanted the bottom wick first. We really wanted that bottom wick first. It makes a massive difference, because then I just enter on the flip and ignore everything. Now it can start messing around. Whenever it opens up first, it like reduces the probabilities here by so much, because you've already kind of pushed up first. Yeah, it came down and made another bottom wick, but now it can start to be slow. You really wanted to make the bottom wick first, and then that's grabbing all the orders to just absolutely explode. So right now, we hope our last chance, if this candle can close bearish now, next one close above, we're ready for action. This is why I didn't want to re-enter on the flip here, because whenever it opens up first, it's not a good sign. When it opens down first for a wick fill, makes a massive difference. Massive difference. Massive difference. So let's see. Fun London session on gold, huh? Just consolidating sideways. Great. We again tried to close above here and failed. Message retracted. Because you're spamming caps, man. Don't write caps if you're sending a message. Send your message without caps. I entered a 30-minute buy on gold. Was it valid? Yes. Yes. I can't say it's not valid. If you're just basing it off 30, I mean, it's scary to be at resistance. It's scary to be at resistance. NFP tomorrow, it's cancelled because of government shutdowns. I can untry. What's your message here? I will repeat my question. How can you get a withdrawal from stream account when you are trading negative for the last 6 months? Okay, yeah, fair enough. Are you still here? I can address you that. It is tomorrow for them if they're in the US, right? That's why I know it's. I thought the same. If you're still here, I will address that. I think it needs to be addressed. So I'm happy to address, but I have a potential trade coming soon. He is still here. So if you wait a little bit more, I'm going to address. Because it's a good question. It's a good question and a valid question. So just wait, because I potentially have a few trades I'm looking at. Someone is going to get cooked? No, he's not going to get cooked. He has a valid question. He asked it a bit rude in the beginning, but it's not an invalid question. It's a valid question. Is this 5 candle closing above here? 3 wicks here as well. So the question is, do I wait for the 15 or do I go? Have to wait for 15, man. I know it's painful, but 5 minutes on GJ back in the day, yeah, but second push, we need to be careful. Good range for GJ, yeah, it's a good range, but I'm just gonna wait here about 3 minutes 50 seconds. If I miss the trade, I miss the trade, so what? Not with a 1 hour candle looking like this can I take it. Gold on the other hand too. Yeah, gold normally has more volume, so gold looks better with that 5 minute structure as well. Gold looks better. This month, my shift changed. I used to trade both sessions. Now I can only trade London. Been 7 days this month. I haven't got any good entries. Yeah, man, London's not as easy. You are going to feel like that. You shouldn't feel FOMO. You should just feel frustration, which is normal. So at the end of the day, you have to try to manage, you know, in a certain way where it doesn't. It's also about adaptation and stuff. It's complex, man. It's complex, you know. I wouldn't be able to explain it to you in 5 minutes. Which one do we want to take? GJ or gold, chat? Tell me which one, GJ or gold? Both? DAX even pushing? DAX even giving us setup. I think DAX is the hardest one because of the pushes we've had. GJ, gold. Okay, what if it doesn't close above after all of this drama? After all this drama, we end up closing below. I see a daily and key level on GJ. I'm gonna double check for you. Daily level, yeah, that's up there, so we have room. And your key level is 500, same level, yeah. But we have good room, man. We'll be at a 1-to-1 there by that time. London is easy, mostly distribution. US is difficult session. No, US is easier. GJ seems lower volume. It's a pair that looks like that, and then when it gets the setup, the volume comes in. That's why I used to love it. But yeah, it's not closing above, so it's not telling you anything. But it does look like it's just a bunch of BS for the time being. I'm glad we didn't go aggressive on that 5 minute there. FOMO entry trying to get in. Gold is trying to close above here. Let's see if it wants to close above. Can get away with this stop loss here. I want to see if I can get a tighter stop here. Rely on the breakout. Key level close above would be perfect here. So we're not closing above key level, but we are going to be entering above key level. So it does make it a little bit more aggressive. Bottom wick needs to come. Do have one on broker forming. Yeah, I'll give this a shot. Break of high. Last shot of the day. Stop loss below here. Yeah. Why stop loss below here? We have this 1 minute structure, and after this bottom wick, I expect it to respect. So if we didn't make this bottom wick first, I have to run bigger stop loss. But now that we're having this, I expect a breakout to be a breakout. I don't expect it to just range. If it ranges, then I feel like it's not going to be good anyways. So that's my plan. It's a good bottom wick. Structure would be good on DAX here. It's a good bottom wick as well on gold, and then GJ closed below here. So GJ looks like it's a bit dead at the moment. After the stream, if you're in the exclusive, stick around. I want to make a small announcement. Kicking out no one, but thunderstorm would be nice too. Yeah, I wonder how we treat this with a 5-minute closing back inside the range now. It doesn't invalidate the 30 close, doesn't invalidate the 15 close, and we're not closing back in the 15 range. So I feel like if we close back in the 15 range, that's where I delete my order, right? Because that doesn't make sense. But 5-minute range is a 5-minute range. This trade is based off 15, not 5. DAX longs. DAX is not giving us any structure, man. Yeah, we're dumping down too much here. I'm just going to delete my order. Wait for something to get above. What do you think about sells on GJ on the current 15-minute resistance? Yeah, I mean, it would be the same idea we kind of took on gold. If it can close below here, it's not crazy, man. It's not crazy, no. Seem to respect 10 key level, yeah, but what's nice is that it never broke the high first, kept us safe, which is why I like that rule. But it would be nasty if it broke the high first. If it broke the high first, it would be very nasty. Okay, I have to actually hop for a meeting today. DAX looks good. If DAX can get above here on a closure, it'll look good for a trade. If not, maybe we can take setup 2 back up. Gold, same plan applies. I need everyone to show up on Monday. I need to make an announcement. I have a very serious announcement I need to make on Monday. It is something that's going to be very serious, and I need everyone to show up that time, okay? I really want to make an announcement, and it's going to be something extremely important. So I need everyone on YouTube chat to show up. If you support me, if you've been part of the stream, if you're going to continue to support, show up that time, okay? Because it's going to be something important, maybe something you guys don't like to hear, but needs to be done, and I need to address, okay? So that's it, man. Okay, I will say the announcement once we have enough people on stream. So once I see stream has peaked of views, once I see the views are like a high level, because I want as many people to hear this as possible. So yeah, I need you guys to show up. It's something that I need to do. So appreciate you all for showing up to stream today. I tried something new and it didn't work. And it might work today after this liquidity grab. I hate to try new things on stream because it just makes things even worse. But when things are not always working as well, sometimes I want to give it a shot in front of you guys and show me trying out something new. Yes, it makes me look worse online, but I did want to give it a shot, and maybe now my idea plays out. After all this liquidity grab, we do end up dumping for the rest of the day. If I can get another entry, I'll take it. If it just dumps straight, I can't take it. But one thing I know is that I'm not scared to try new things, because that's the beauty of being a trader, is trying new things. He's gonna propose to me, maybe. Are you a woman? If you're a man, we have a problem, man. If you're a man, we have a problem, because now I have men asking me to propose to them. Okay? So yeah. Risky Harry. At the time, I didn't think it was a biggest risk, but I was happy to take that risk and it didn't work out the best. So yeah. Anyways, for the guys in the exclusive group, what I'm going to say on Monday, I'm going to address now. I'm going to address now, and then on YouTube I'll address on Monday, because I need more people to be here to listen to it. So, take care everyone. I appreciate you showing up as always. Have a lovely weekend. Much love everyone. Take care, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Alright? Much love and peace. Cheers guys. Cheers.